Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. This is my first video of a new carving probably since May. I apologize for the delay, but we're going to start a new project today and I hope you enjoy it. I've come up with a new type of Santa, and what we're going to do is a long-legged Santa. As you see, I have a couple of them here of different kinds. One holding the choir Santa is one, and the other is just the windy Santa with the long legs and boots. And here's one holding the package. It's very similar to what I had done, but all we're doing is putting some legs on them. And the tops are going to be a little bit different. They're not quite a cone shape, so this isn't really the cone series. It would be the long-legged series of my Santas. So I call these the long-legged Santas. And the way we need to cut out, now just to let you know, you can cut this all by hand out of a block, or you can use a bandsaw or a coping saw. If you don't have a bandsaw, it will just speed up the process, but you can do it without using a bandsaw or a coping saw. It's just going to take you a bit longer, probably, maybe, if I have to estimate, and if you're fairly comfortable with a knife, it might take you about an hour longer to cut this shape out of the block. So what we did was we got a block. This is 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. It's 5. Let me see here. It's 5 3/4 long and about 2 1/2. Whoops! I just knocked one over. They're a little wobbly, you know, on their feet, but they do stand up pretty well as long as you don't hit them down like I just did. This one is about 2 1/2 inches from the top, from the bottom. You want to cut about maybe not even 1/4 of an inch in there, maybe 3/8 of an inch. And what I do is when I cut these on a bandsaw, just to explain it really quickly, I don't even measure it. I just look at it and say, okay, there's where I want to put the legs, and I take it on a bandsaw. If this is the bandsaw here, I cut in a little bit on each side so I know it's even, and then I come up with the bandsaw this way and I cut it out from the bottom up. And all I do is a little sweeping motion to come down maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. I bring it in just a little bit, and a little bit of a curvature for the legs. And then on the very top, what you're going to do is just cut it about 1/2 an inch down. You're just going to do it like a quarter rounded cut, so you have like a little dome look like that. Now if you don't have a bandsaw, like I said, you can do it by hand. All you need to do is do one side first, and then do the opposite side, and then do the 2 opposite sides again. And the same thing here. You just want to mark these off and just bring your knife down and shave this down until you get the 4 square blocks, 4 sides tapered down this way. But let's get started. You're going to need a sharp knife. Please put your glove on, and your carving glove and your thumb guard. And if you're new to carving, I highly recommend it. What we're going to do, and these are all different sizes. See, this one's going to be a little bit taller. Let's see, I think I have one that's, nah, they're all about the same size. These are a little bit smaller. This one's going to be a little bit taller. So notice the hat is more of a rounded shape, and that's because of the way we cut it out. So we're going to just take a corner here and figure out which corner I want to use, and I think we'll use this one. And you're going to come down just like you do with any of the other ones. You're going to bring this down, and we're going to give it the windy look. I kind of like that. Let's see, with the windy look, did I give 2 eyes with the windy look? No, 1 eye. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down. This is going to be the nose area here, about 1 inch down. You're going to come down and bring this up and around, and you're going to taper it right about there. Okay, on the other side of the nose, you're going to bring it out further because we're going to put an eye on the other side. And I want to make sure it's out pretty far. Alright, and then I'm going to kind of measure with my hand again, you know, with my hand and this, just to make sure they're kind of even. There we go. We're in the right direction there. If it's a little higher or lower, it really doesn't make that much difference. The nice thing about carving, you don't always have to do it absolutely precise. It's not like chip carving or, you know, doing the birds and ducks where things have to be just exactly so. You have a lot of leeway when you do caricatures and Santas and all that. I've been carving up a storm the last couple of months. On my last video I said there was about a month there I didn't do anything for a while. Okay, so on the other side here, you're just going to come down a little bit lower, about maybe 1/4 of an inch or so, and you're just going to kind of get a little bit of a curvature there. Same thing here, you're going to bring this down. Oh, that's down a little bit lower. Let me take a look at that. Okay, let's bring that up just a little bit. Kind of match it up there. Okay, so that's where we have the hat, and I have my trusty little spray bottle. We're going to go ahead and we're going to spray. This is a mixture of 70% rubbing alcohol and water, and I buy these little bottles at Walmart and they work out pretty good. So I'm going to just spray it just so it softens up the wood. What I'm using is basswood if you're just tuning in, and this is your first video that you're watching from my channel. I want to thank all of you that subscribe to my YouTube channel. We just surpassed 5,000 subscribers. It just truly amazes me. Alright, so we're going to do a small cut at the very top, and we're going to bring that in. Alright, just like so. And now you do the next corner exactly the way it's going to be, and we're going to push that in and bring this up. I'm using a Murphy knife. I've been using a Murphy knife pretty much of the time lately. I really like using it. It's just been a wonderful knife to use. Now, I have explained on Facebook what not to buy at the chain stores, hobby chain stores. A Murphy knife is one. I didn't buy this at a chain store. This was bought at our local supply house, and his name is Don, and he has Hillcrest Carving in Manheim or Lancaster, in Lancaster County, PA, and he can supply you with these knives if you're interested. I don't have them here. So what you're going to do is just do a stop cut. All a stop cut is making your line, and that shows where the cut should stop when you come back up and cut. Alright, just like so. And then you're going to match this side. It looks a little darker because it's a little rough cut from the mill. Okay. What we're going to do there, we're going to just bring this up and around a little bit, just to make a little bit of a curvature there. That corner. Alright. Do your back side. And the other side. There we go. Alright, we'll be right back, and we'll keep going with this long-legged Santa.